myself on being consistent, and I mentioned it in my previous video, which if you haven't, you should. Welcome back to Spot Cake, and of course I'm your host Rashida. I've realized that it's been 7 videos and counting where I have not introduced myself, and if a stranger was to pop on by this channel, they would have no clue what my real name is. Hi, Rashida here. Thanks for coming by, thanks for coming back. Let's get into it. As you can tell by the title, we're talking about the Champions League, of course. The last season I didn't do a group stage reaction draw. I just talked about the round of 16, which is what I'm going to be doing as well, because I'm not going to talk about every single group game. But I wanted to touch on the group draws just to narrow out who advances, who doesn't, and come back and see how that lines up with the round of 16, if you guys get what I'm saying. Yes. So without further ado, let's just jump on into the video. I feel like I've been talking for ages. So we're gonna start not in alphabetical order. I'm sorry, there's no order here. We're gonna actually start with Group H. So in this group we have PSG, Juventus, Benfica, and I don't know how to pronounce this last club's name. So we all know PSG is the biggest hitter of the group. They are a must to advance. Juventus and Benfica, this is where I think it gets interesting, and Benfica can pull off a magic moment to advance to the round of 16. We saw it last year with them. They were amazing throughout the competition. You know, it was when until they reached the real competitors that they had fall short. So I do think PSG Benfica goes through. Juventus again, not been great in Europe for the past 5 seasons, so I'm not holding my breath for them to advance. Group G, we have Man City, Sevilla, Dortmund, Copenhagen. Again, Man City is of course the obvious heavy hitter in this group. They are going to score tons of goals. They are going to be the group winners, and they're gonna advance. Where it gets tricky is Sevilla and Dortmund, both struggling teams in the Champions League who have not capitalized on the talent that they possess individually within their teams. And Sevilla loves the Europa League, so probably that's where they head. Dortmund, they are not consistent enough to place a bet on them, so I just don't know. When we get there, we'll get there, but I do see Man City going forward. Group F, Real Madrid, Leipzig, Shakhtar, and Celtic. Why 3 seasons in a row Real Madrid has gotten the same club over and over? I think it's not gonna say the word that's on my mind, but of course Real Madrid tops the group. Leipzig comes out. Celtic might pull off a one shocker game moment because they've been great. They've been on a run. They are, energized, and it's fresh to see them here in the Champions League. So I do think a one-off game, they're gonna be the team to beat. Group E, AC Milan, Chelsea, Salzburg, and Dynamo Zagreb. I wish I'd be biased and say this is easy for Chelsea and it'll be a walkover. They got the same type of group last season with an Italian team, with a lower list team, and then a spotchy team that you'd think that is gonna be a fight. And this is why I don't see them as topping the group per se. I do think AC Milan is driven, they're focused, and this group is more easier for Milan than last season's group, and I do think Milan can take advantage of that, making it out of the group. Of course Chelsea's gonna go through. Not of course, but I hope they would. Salzburg, again, they're one of the teams who are gonna give exciting performances. They have talent in their squad that you can watch out for, but I don't see them going further. I will take it back if they do go further, but for now I don't. Group D, Frankfurt, Tottenham, Sporting, Marseille. Now this group I do think is going to be an upset there. I do think so. A lot of people think Tottenham are guaranteed a spot. But remember, Antonio's European knockout stats just don't align with him being a natural progressor to the other stage. I do think Tottenham, given the fact that these are great teams, one, great coaches, great tactics set up within European competitions, I do think Tottenham has a big task ahead of them. Not doubting them. It's not me saying that they are not going to progress, but it's going to be a fight. So I do see Sporting. Hear this one. I do see Sporting, Frankfurt, Tottenham. I don't know how it's going to go, but I do think it's gonna be a fight to get out of this group. It won't be a walkover as some people think. Moving right along to Group C, and we have Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Inter Milan, and again, I cannot pronounce some of these clubs and I won't try. Second row in a year where Barcelona gets Bayern Munich, but I think this time around they're more prepared. They are more advanced as a team. Xavi seems to have his ideas all ready to go. Again, not a walkover group for them per se. Bayern is gonna get us the group, of course. But I do think Inter is there also as a contender. So I'm gonna place my bet on Inter. Barcelona to the Europa League. You go. It's not that easy. Group B, Porto, Atletico, Leverkusen, Club Brugge. I think this is the group with some of the underdogs that not win the competition, but they'll give a good performance. They hold some of the best youngsters on the teams. They're just exciting teams to watch, and so I do think Atletico Madrid will in football their way through and advance. And then I do think Bayern Leverkusen or Porto both have it in them to finish above either or the other. I just don't know who it will be, but I do think Atletico gets out, and I'm gonna put my bet on Porto. Last but definitely not least, Group A, and this group is a group of history. Great fans, great support. Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, Rangers. Ajax lost some of their best players this summer, lost their coach, so it's a rebuild of them. Not sure if we're going to see that same Ajax of 2019 that completely stunned the Champions League, but nevertheless, Ajax still score goals, they still win games, and they're still a very good team. Liverpool, again, they made it to the final last season. They are a good team. They have a good coach, so it would be foolish of me not to have them advancing. Napoli also lost some great players there, also made a few changes within their team, and you do think this is the time that they'll be serious about how far they're going in Europe. So it's gonna be great to see. Rangers, again, as with Celtic, they are an excitement to watch, and it's so fresh to see these types of teams in the Champions League. So I do think Liverpool gets out, and Ajax, if there's an upset, we'd love to see it. So the round of 16 will look like Liverpool, Ajax, Porto, Atletico, Bayern, Inter, Frankfurt, Sporting, AC Milan, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Leipzig, Man City, Dortmund, PSG, Benfica. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. And if you disagree with me taking out some of the big hitters, you can leave a comment down below. Don't harass me, but leave a comment down below. But yeah, that's all. That's my reaction to the group. I know it's a bit late, but who does things on time? Who's following the crowd? Who's setting their own trend? So yeah, that's it for the video today. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I'll see you in my next video.